Hey everyone, welcome. So what this is going to be a tutorial on how exactly to complete this week one assignment. I'm providing you two documents in your announcement. Number one is the blank template, and number two is what you're going to see right here. It's the sample document. Please do not try and copy and paste the references from the sample document and use them as your own. I have had that happen. Please don't do that. Wasn't born yesterday, and I will easily catch that. So put that disclaimer aside. Here we go. So a couple different things. First of all, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be basically setting up an APA document. The first thing you can do is you're going to change your running head. You'll double click on that, and then you're going to type in typically the first two keywords or three keywords of your title. So notice how it matches down here. So Christ followers. You don't type in the whole thing, just the first two or three keywords, and it's in all caps. Do that. Then go down to the first regular page, double click on that heading there, and then you'll type in those keywords again, but you're not going to use the running head word here. Double click on it to close it, and what you'll notice is that's going to change for every page going forward. Very simple, okay? Then you can change your heading here for the title page. Always include title page for every essay type document that you write going forward, okay? And I'll follow the same format. Your title, your name, the class, and then the date. Those four elements right there, very, very simple. I'm not going to ding you if it's not dead perfect in the center. Just ballpark it and you'll be just fine. Okay. Then you're going to bump down here. This is the actual assignment itself. So there are technically 5 different types of references that you will be working with. I would argue that there are really only 3 and that 2 of these can be combined, but it is what it is. We want you to kind of practice doing all of them. So you got a book, you have journals, and then you have websites. Those are typically the 3 most common. Yes, there are dissertations. Yes, there are other types of personal communication if you do interviews, things like that. But if you have a strange one-off situation like you have to cite a dissertation, just go into Google and type in how to cite dissertation APA formatting, and you'll see it. It's not important enough for you to do it right now to try and memorize how it's to be done. So we're going to skip over that, but these are the 5 different types that we're going to have you do. These 3 essentially here are all the same. They're all 3 are journal articles. The difference is going to be where you get them from. But let me start up here with the book. I'm not going to go into detail on exactly what each of these individual sections and pieces of this citation mean, this references mean. This link to this video you're watching right now was given to you on your announcement this week. I'm also giving you a second video to a YouTube video that I found that's really good by a third-party person who goes into detail. He explains exactly how this all works, what each of these individual sections are. That's very important you watch that, okay? Because although you're probably just going to find yourself a really good free citation generator online that's a wizard that's asked you to plug in the information and it'll create the citation for you, that's what most of you will do. But it's important that you know what each of these individual things are, okay? So watch that video right after you watch this one, and this will make a whole lot more sense to you. So again, you got a book, and you have 3 different types of journal articles. The difference is going to be where you find that journal article. So for example, a DOI is a database article. Honestly, I don't know what DOI totally stands for. It means database something something. But so, for example, the GCU library is a giant database, okay? And so when you go and you pull an article out of there, you're going to get an article that has a DOI number with it, okay? I could technically take this DOI right there, copy and paste it into Google, and this article will pop up, okay? It's a direct reference connection to that particular article. So if you get your journal from a database, most of the time, this is what you all are going to end up with, okay? So you're going to need to include the DOI down there with it. And it's always going to be listed there, okay? If for some reason it's not, then you're simply going to do a journal article without the DOI, okay? I can still find this article very simply by doing a search for it, but that DOI, that's the magic key that takes me right directly there. So you can do a journal, you can do a book, a journal article without a DOI, a journal article with the DOI, and a permalink is a journal article that's actually connected to a website instead of the actual database itself. So again, this link right here, I can copy paste it and it's going to take me directly to it just like this. So most of the time, if you get your article from a database, it's going to have one of these two links to it, either the URL web link or it's going to have the DOI link itself. Okay. So again, for me, all three of these are journal articles. It just depends on where you pull it from. The last one here is a website. And let me caution you on using websites. Most students overuse websites when it comes for research. That is a dangerous, slippery slope because you really cannot, unless it's a website that's created, maintained by a credible academic organization. I could have created it and tell you everything on there is accurate. Okay, there's no way of vetting it unless it comes from Christianity Today, obviously it is a magazine. Okay, that's credible. Okay, we can take that. But if you go to other websites that are created by individuals, they're really, really tricky. Okay. The second thing is I do differ with some other professors out there. I don't ever want to see you trying to cite with a direct quote on a website. Okay. Whenever you do an in-text citation for a direct quote directly from the author, you need to have a page number. Okay. And websites don't have page numbers. Second of all, many articles that you try and cite or many websites you try and cite don't have authors. This one it does. Okay. So here's kind of my caution. If what you're trying to cite from a website, whether it's an article or part of the website itself, if you cannot locate the author, do not use it. It's not a credible reference. Okay. If you can locate the author, that's great. Go ahead and use it and include the link down here. But do not try and cite it as a direct quote. You need to paraphrase it. Okay. So a lot of times you'll see people do like this. They'll do Martin 2019. Oh no, they'll do ND, no date. Okay. And try and do a direct quote right there. I'm just winging this right here. I have cap locks on, no wonder. Okay, and they end it, and they're trying to use this as a direct quote. You can't do that, okay? You have to be able to have the year. And again, if you can't find the year and the author from the website, do not try and cite it, okay? So in order to directly cite a website, and now my numbers lock is off. Really? This is not a good day for me. That's it. Okay, let me go back and try this again. And I can't type either. That's not supposed to be capitalized again. There we go. Okay, so that is your in-text citation for a direct quote. If you don't have the page number, and if you don't have the year, and you definitely don't have the author, you can't cite it. Okay, so don't say Christianity Today ND. That's not a citation. Okay, all right, that's a super long explanation there, but just be very, very cautious. And this is one area I see students really, really overusing our websites. All right, so let's back up here. Let's refresh this again. So there are two parts to this assignment. The first half is a book. You need to have 2 different book references for any topic you choose. You can choose golf, you can choose Christianity, you can choose coronavirus, you can choose anything you want to. Any topic, it doesn't really matter at all. Okay, be as general as possible because that's going to allow you to find more stuff. So you have 2 book references. You can list them here, 1, and then do the second one down there. 2 journal articles with the DOI, 2 without, 2 with the permalink ones, and 2 websites. Okay. Again, any topic you want to, just follow these examples in the formatting here. Then the second half of your assignment is you're going to create a reference page. Now let me kind of hit the main things here. The reference page, you're always going to have your heading, which says references. It's going to be centered, it's going to be bolded. Then notice here that all of your references are alphabetized by the last name of the author. That's very, very important. If you watch that tutorial I provide you guys about how to use Microsoft Word to create your references and citations, it automatically does this for you. Definitely go back and spend the time to learn how to do that. That will save so much time for you, and it formats your citations, it formats your references, it creates your reference page. It's a beautiful tool, and it does this for you automatically. But so here you're not arranging them based upon what type of source they are. You're doing it by last name of the author alphabetically all the way down the line. Also notice the second and third lines are indented. Again, your citation generator on Microsoft Word or whatever one you use will automatically do this for you. Also notice that we don't have additional gaps between these. I see this all the time. It should be double spaced, but it should be flowing right into the very next one. What other things do I see? Okay, this is not bibliography. I get that all the time. Those of you who are used to MLA, it's references. Okay, that's one thing I do see. Oh, let's see here. Those are probably the main ones. The heading, indenting, removing the extra double space, and alphabetizing. Those are probably the main four things. Okay. All right, I've talked enough here. Let me summarize this really quickly. Again, you have two parts to this assignment. Choose any topic that you want to. Anything at all, doesn't really matter. You're going to create two references for a book, two references for an article without a DOI, two with, two permalinks, and two websites, and you're going to list them up here. Oh, and I remember the next thing here. Then you're going to create your reference page. One other thing I do see often is extra gaps here at the top. Okay, make sure that you pull your heading to where it's at the very, very top of the next page. Because the second half of the assignment, you're going to create a properly formatted reference page, including all your references alphabetized by last name, the second, third, fourth, fifth lines all indented. It's called a hanging indent. And the gaps removed between them. And that's it. Okay, guys, again, make sure that you are spending the time. Watch the tutorial I provide you under the announcements page, under the, I think it's the very first announcement I give you, about how to use Microsoft Word to set up your APA templates. Please, that will save your life. I promise you hours and hours and hours of headache, as well as ensure that you get proper scoring. And guys, I'll be totally honest with you. When I open up a paper and I can see right away the formatting is good, immediately in my mind, that person's credibility is much, much higher than somebody who may have outstanding content, but yet their formatting is all over the place. Okay? And I can promise you your score will be higher if you follow APA formatting and do it right. But spend the time watching that tutorial video that I provide you on the announcement page. Watch the second one that I provide you. It's a YouTube video here with a third-party person talking about the individual parts of each of these different types of references. And then obviously you're watching this video right now. Use the template and you'll be in great shape. But again, guys, I apologize for this one being so long, but this is a very, very important topic for us to discuss, and make sure you guys nail it. Just get it right now. That whole saying my dad used to say was pay me now or pay me later. So either spend the time now or you'll spend twice the time later on down the road getting it all done. All right, guys. Love you all. Talk to you later. Bye.